Hey everybody, it is Karen Coffey and welcome to this edition of The Art of Making Agents Wealthy. This is where we actually teach you how to make a high level of income in a consistent way in a short period of time without being a slave to it. So if you're joining us, put where you're from. Tell us where you're coming from today, where you're viewing from. I'm excited to be here. Our topic today is kind of funny. It is kind of crazy. It is, are your buyers dragging you around by the nose? Are they leading you around by the nose? Why am I talking about that today? You would not believe, no one ever comes right out and admits that they allow their business to run them. It's kind of that secret that nobody really talks about, where it is, I am in control. I've got a great business. I've got good things going on. But what we're really finding, the underlying is that the tail is wagging the dog. If you guys know me, you know I always use that little saying because it happened in my business. I was the biggest offender of the tail wagging the dog. I was running out of the house at all hours of the night. I was trying to reach as many people and get these leads and all these things going on. I was the biggest offender. So I want to just bring it to your attention because this may be one of the things that's keeping you from reaching the income levels that you want to reach. Remember when I got on the line, this is the art of making agents wealthy, not putting them in poverty, not struggling, none of that. That is about how to consistently make a high level of income. So again, if you're just joining us, put it in where you're from, where you're watching this live from today. If you have questions along the way, go ahead and type them in the chat. Put little hearts, little smiley faces, palm trees, I don't care, little presents, whatever you want. I want you to get a cup of coffee, have a seat, and we're going to get into the one thing that you can do to reframe your business, increase your income. So let me just give you some but some examples of what is going on in the industry. You guys know it. When I say, are your buyers leading you around by the nose? You might be thinking of that agent in your office, right? You might be thinking of that agent that just picks up leaves in the middle of everything. But the funny thing is, most people don't admit it. But here are some examples. Maybe it's you. So remember how Jeff Foxworthy always says, you might be a redneck if. So kind of think about this. You might be being led by your buyers by the nose if, for instance, you have made dinner plans with your spouse, your family, someone, and you get a buyer lead and you cancel or postpone the dinner to go right out and meet with those buyers. Or perhaps you have a phone appointment with your broker, your mentor, someone that is going to help build your business, and you just blow it off or you cancel last minute. And that is because you're like, oh, they don't care. This is a buyer. This is money in my pocket. Really? I don't know. So what about this? You're at your kid's sports event, maybe your grandkid's sports event, and you're watching the soccer game, you're watching football, and you're on your phone half the time anyway. You're scrolling through emails, you're scrolling through texting and all of that. Then you get a text, it's a lead. Great. You pick it up and you are scrambling around the field looking for other parents to take your kid or your grandkid home because you've got to run across town and meet with this buyer because you just got this lead. You might be being led by the nose by your buyers if that is the case. Another example, I hate this one and I am so guilty of it. Well, once or twice. You only do it once or twice, right? Hey, Ann, thanks for saying hi, and I love the palm tree. I was telling everybody, if you just want to put palm trees, little hearts, whatever you want to do, that's fine. Tell us where you're from and what market you're in. That is fine. So one of the things I'm guilty of, what about the buyer that says, yeah, we're pre-approved, but I don't have the paperwork right now. We'll get it to you. We bought thousands of houses. You can still show us property though. And you're like, okay. And you go and show them property and guess what? They can't qualify. They can't approve. That's an example of the buyers leading you by the nose. Another example, you're relaxing, watching TV. Maybe you're reading at night and it's after 7 o'clock. You get an email, you get a text. That's not the bad point. The bad part is you're texting and emailing back. What kind of frame are you putting yourself in? What kind of message are you sending out to this prospective buyer? Another title that this could be, this live stream could be, is, do you have self-worth? Do you have self-respect? So, you know, it was a funny way of saying, hey, let's get some boundaries. Let's put some systems in place where you're not running out of the house at all hours of the night. And again, most people will not want to admit this, but it's happening everywhere, because I work with thousands of agents across the country. I see it every day. They blow off anything at the drop of a hat because, oh, I have a buyer lead. I have a seller lead. And they haven't even qualified them. They haven't pre-approved them, and they're running out of the house. Let me tell you, the people that do that don't make massive amounts of money. And maybe that's not your end game. Maybe this is a hobby for you and you're just looking for something to do and you can stroll across town at any time. But I have a sneaking suspicion that most of you, that is not the case. You are in this to win it. You are in this to make a consistent amount of money to the tune of a minimum of 100K. Most of the clients that we work with are 250 to 500,000. Now that may seem absolutely crazy to you, but it's okay. It doesn't have to make sense, but it's easier than you think. But I want to, you know, I was thinking about that real estate agent that was killed, and I can't remember her name, but I know that most of you probably know who that is. But what about the buyer that says, meet us at the home? Meet us at the home to show us the property. You're a single female, or maybe you're not single, but you're single when you go there. Nobody's with you. And you go to the property. I want you guys to be very, very clear. We as women don't meet them at the property. Men, I wouldn't even do it if I were you. Again, you want to frame yourself in a way that's, I'm a professional. I am a business owner. You say, I want to meet you at the office. And they say, well, we just want to see the house. It won't be 5-10 minutes. You know what? I'm sure you can understand and appreciate that I am a female. And I just want to take a picture of your, a copy of your driver's license, whatever. Don't let them lead you. Guys, don't let them control you. Don't let that tail wag the dog, because you need to toughen up. You need to set boundaries. You need to be a business owner, not a hobby owner. And for Pete's sake, have some self-worth, have some self-respect. Why am I telling you this? Because every time, there's 3 reasons you don't want to do this in your business. Every time you do it, every time you allow a buyer to control the transaction or control what you're doing on a daily basis, you're losing control of your life. And it seeps into everything. You lose control of your relationships, you lose control of the home life, you're losing control of your business. So another reason you want to make sure that you are in control of this is because your family, your children, your friends, they're going to start losing respect, and you're going to lose your trustworthiness. So you guys are probably, you know, some of you might be saying, Karen, it's just a buyer. It's just, you know, this is not that big of a deal. It's a slippery slope. Once you do it once, you're going to do it twice, and you're going to do it 3 times. All of a sudden, your children don't know when you're going to bail, when you're going to bolt out of the house and be heading across town, and they're stuck with, we got no dinner, we've got, you know, mom and dad missed my home run. Whatever it is, don't let others control how you do business. In other words, just have a standard. It doesn't mean that you're not going to work with buyers. It doesn't mean you're not going to meet them after dinner or meet them at the office or meet them after the game. What I'm saying is don't for the love of God, don't drop everything and disappoint those people around you just to go meet with a buyer. Now, this is the one I love, and this is the one that happened to me. Karen, we see this house, we want to go look at it, we're ready to write an offer. I've shown them 3 things, 4 things already. We're ready to write an offer. We think this is it. Can you show us tonight? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. This is money in my pocket. This is going to happen. Well, for whatever reason, we get out there, if they show up at all, and they don't write a contract. It is not, and I could have waited the next day, shown it to them. The thing is, we're afraid we're going to lose them. We're in such fear that we're going to lose. And so you have to move out of the fear and start into the confidence that I know that I am going to be working with exactly those people who respect my time, who want to work with a professional. So here is the old-fashioned belief. How many of you have been in any of these situations, first of all? But here is the thing. Old-fashioned training is you have to be available 24/7. 24/7. If you're going to succeed, how many of you have heard this? If you're going to succeed in this business, you need to be available 24/7. You need to be picking up that phone. And we all see those agents. Have you ever been to a real estate conference and everybody is on their phones, on the breaks, and they're wheeling and they're dealing and they're making, and I would go to these conventions. I'm the only one that's not on the phone. I'm like, why am I not on the phone? And I'm just looking at this going, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't have any business. Come to find out, I was outperforming everybody. It's because I had boundaries. I'm out of town. I'll get back to you on Friday. And the people that want to work with you, the people that are the easiest to work with, are the ones that respect that timeline. So I want you to know that those who jump to meet with buyers and cancel appointments and cancel dinner and take unqualified people out to show property. Oh, I don't have your pre-approval. They are pulling your leg. And you will make less money because of it. And that may be the biggest reason not to let buyers lead you around by the nose. Again, it's not that you won't work with buyers, but work within a context, work within a frame, position yourself as a professional, not a lead chaser. You guys hear of the storm chasers? Don't be a lead chaser. Be that professional. Have business hours. Start standing up for yourself. I am so passionate because I am sick and tired of agents going, oh, I can't do that because I am running over here to meet a buyer who has no intention of buying because you haven't qualified them. You haven't set a boundary, and it's in the middle of your kid's soccer game. And guys, I am just begging you, don't be led around by the nose. High level earners don't just pick up and take off across town. They don't do it. They have a boundary, they have systems, and they have a way of converting those leads within the time frame in which they have given. I always laugh and tell my clients, you ever go to a networking event, and have you ever seen a open heart surgeon just, asking people for referrals? Hey, who do you know who wants to get an open heart triple bypass? Nobody, they're not doing that. So I don't want you to be that lead chaser. I want you to be that frame. The frame that you need to have is one of confidence, one of a business professional, one of the doctor-patient frame, really. We're not emailing and texting at 10 o'clock at night. If an offer comes in at 6, great. I'll negotiate it till 7, but you know what? The rest can wait till the next day. Why? Because I've got family, I've got friends, or maybe I don't, and I just want to read, relax, take a bubble bath, whatever it is. Don't get that visual. But anyway, go and create a business that is going to be respected by your clients. You know what? If you lose one or two, so be it. Those are the ones, and you guys know what I'm talking about. They are the ones that will be calling you at 10 o'clock every night. The inspection comes in, they're having a crisis at every moment. So Mike, I see where you say, had my share of that. Enough already. Exactly. Enough already. I am just trying to save you years of heartache, guys. Years of heartache, struggle, stress, and all of that. So, sometimes I think we are so eager to make a dollar that we lose our relationships, we lose our consciousness in this industry because someone along the line said, hey, you got to be ready, to jump at the drop of a hat, be available 24/7. And guys, I know it's hard. I know it's lonely because everybody else is doing that other stuff. And I'm asking you to move to a higher level. I'm asking you to up-level your business, up-level your attitude, up-level your confidence. And when you've never done that, it's scary. I get it. But I want you to write this down. And I put in here, the old belief is I'm available 24/7. The new reality is, and I want you to write this down, I only work with those that respect my time and my boundaries because I am a business owner. So I only work with those that respect my time and my boundaries because I'm a professional, or I am a business owner. It isn't time for you guys to be just going crazy. Just going, our business is busier now than it has been in the last couple of years. Maybe you're seeing a little bit of a slowdown. That's only temporary. There's going to be a lot of continued business for about, I really think our market is going to be super strong for about 2.5 more years. So you've got plenty of time. Just set it up right the first time. So those that can create those boundaries are the ones that are going to be making $250,000, $500,000 a year. The clients that we work with, again, their focus is 250 minimum, probably. I mean, 6 figures, yes, but that's a given. That's a baseline. If you're not doing that, there's no reason you shouldn't be doing that. That is crazy. So if you're not making that 6 figures minimum, we need to talk, first of all, but I really want you to expand your vision to that 250, that 500,000. And it's based on what I was able to do over and over in brand new markets where I didn't know anybody. So this isn't something that is referral only. It's not cold call and door knock. Some of you, you're like, that is just crazy. But I want to just tell you who I'm talking to, because you have a choice of how you want to move forward in your business, right? We can allow buyers to lead us around by the nose. Sometimes it's sellers, sometimes it's the whole business. It's brokers, it's agents in our office. We're just hearing all sorts of chatter in the background, and we're chasing every shiny object. How many of you do that? Raise your hand, right? Raise 2 hands. It is the next shiny object that you're following. So what I'm going to suggest to you is, it takes as long as you give it. Are you serious? Like, is this the real deal for you, or are we just kind of playing around? If you are, that's fine. I'm not talking to you. If you're playing around and it's a hobby, I'm not talking to you. But if this is serious and you want to take your income to that next level, number one, we have to be serious. We have to treat it like a business. Here's how you do it. It doesn't take years to do this, to make $500,000. And it doesn't take years to make $250,000, 250,000. It takes less than 4 months. So it's 12 weeks. I don't work with people for a year. I don't coach them for 6 months. I coach them for 12 weeks. At that point, they have everything they need, everything they need. I am not trying to sell them into this long-term contracts and different crazy things like that. My team and I don't do that. What we do want to do, we have set aside a few slots in the next 48 hours to talk with those people. And it's not a sales call. It really is 45 minutes that we get on the phone with you and we go, okay, what's working? What's not? Are you chasing buyers? Are you being led by the nose? What's your mindset? Where are you at? What are you spending money on? Maybe we can shave off and cut off some of that and create some funds for you, make some money for you. These slots go really, really quickly. So you go to KarenCoffey.com/apply, and you set a time that works for you. And it is, like I said, 45 minutes of really about you. It is not about us. We are not shoving anything. This is real. Our heart is about helping you. Maybe just one tweak, one shift in your business or your thinking that's going to take you to the next level. Remember when we got on the line, this is about making agents wealthy. It is about taking you to the next level in a consistent way where you're not a slave to it. So I want you to actually build a business. I want you to spend 45 minutes with us. Go to KarenCoffey.com/apply and let us help you just tweak one thing. If we can help you, we will. If we can't, we're going to refer you to somebody else who can help you. This is not like 9 out of 10 of these calls that you've been on. They're sales calls, right? They're just like, bam, 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 bam. I've been on them and I'm like, oh, hell no. We're not doing that in my company at all. So what we're seeing is 12 weeks of intense. It's no joke. It's right on target, I tell you, you will walk away with the systems and everything you need to make that 6 figures, $250,000, $500,000. But here's what you might be experiencing. Maybe you're an agent that you're overwhelmed. You have way too much business. Maybe you've had a downturn in your business and you don't know where your next deal is going to come from. Maybe you're a broker or a team owner and you need your agents to be more productive, or maybe you're trying to recruit talent in, and how do we retain the talent that we have? And also maybe you're a new agent and you don't want to reinvent the wheel. You don't want to struggle and you want to do it right the first time. So that's where I would ask you, my nose is itching. So what I would ask you to do is go to KarenCoffey.com/apply. My team is waiting. There's only like a limited amount and they do go fast, and I'm not kidding. Go over there and just look. They will go by quickly. So make sure that you just sign up. Don't let a lead or a buyer take you off into the sunset and miss your appointment with us, because it may very well be the most important call of your career. Because again, we're going to talk to 200 plus agents this month alone. We're realists. We know that only 20% will step up and actually move forward and take their business to the next level. But you got to show up to be able to do that. So anyway, if you can meet us, I'll meet you over there, and KarenCoffey.com/apply. But just in recapping, look, don't let the buyers lead you around by the nose. Set your boundaries, set your business hours, run a business, not a hobby. Guys, we're here to help you as much as possible. It is my heart, from the very bottom of my heart. It is not something that I don't need your money. My team, maybe they do. I don't think they do. So I know they don't, actually. They're doing very, very well. And I just want you to know that we're here to listen, to help, suggest, and be here whenever you need us. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.